Welcome po sa ating cash and cash equivalent problem solving. So, ang mechanics po ng video na ito is, i-flash ko po ang problems or questions, practice questions sa screen mo kagaya nito. Then, ipo-pause mo yung video, then you solve the problem. Pag na-solve mo na yung problem, tsaka mo siya i-play ulit. So, sa solution, isusulat ko po dito lahat ng mga concept na gagamitin natin sa pag-analyze ng problem na ito. Okay? Kagaya nito. Until the date of the check. Ang entry ng company kapag na-receive niya ang cheque, whether this is post-dated or not, or kung ready ka nang mag-solve ng problem ng cash and cash equivalent, then halika, samahan mo ako sa pag-analyze ng cash and cash equivalent. Another bank reconciliation problem. So in this problem number 5, the requirement is what is the net adjustment amount to bank balance. So ano bang tinatanong ng problem? Yung net adjustment amount sa bank balance. So ito na naman ang gagamitin natin, yung bank balance dito sa adjusted balance method. So ang tinatanong ng problem ay kung magkano lang yung net adjustment natin dito sa bank balance. So, ito lang ang kukunin natin. Alright? Yan lang po ang tanong ng problem. Yung deposit in transit, yung mga reconciling items na ina-add at dinideduct natin sa bank balance to come up with adjusted cash balance. So, on September 30 of the current year, ang kukunin lang po natin to solve this problem ay yung mga reconciling items. Then, we will determine kung increase or decrease siya sa bank balance. Alright? Whereas, the book balance was 45,030. So, yan ay book balance. Hindi natin kailangan yan. Dahil ito lang po ang kailangan natin sa requirement ng problem. Alright? Deposit in transit and cash on hand. Ayun, kailangan natin yung deposit in transit. Amounted to 1,000 and 840 respectively. So, ang deposit in transit sa problem na ito ay 1,000. Alright? So, kailangan natin ng deposit in transit. During September, the bank collected a 2,050 note for the company and charged the account of 50 for service fees. Ano ba yung 2,050 na nakolekta ni bangko para sa company? Ito po yung credit memo natin. Alright? Ito po yan. And yung 50, ano ba yung 50 na service charge? Yan po yung bank service charge. Another debit memo. Alright? So, dito yan, reconciling item ng book balance. So, hindi natin kailangan yan to solve the problem dahil ito lang po ang kailangan natin. In addition, a check of 1,100 received from a customer and deposited by the company was returned on September 30 for lack of funds. Ano yung 1,100 na ni-receive ng company na bayad ng customer pero walang pundo yung customer, lack of funds, yan po ay NSF check. So that's a reconciling item of the book balance. Hindi natin kailangan yan kasi ang kailangan lang natin yung reconciling item sa bank balance. Alright? The following checks were outstanding at the end of September. Check number 505, kailangan natin yan. So ito, mga ito, outstanding checks. Yan po yung kailangan natin. Yan po ay isa sa mga reconciling item ng bank balance. So, kailangan po natin yan. So, we have our outstanding checks. So, magkano ba ang outstanding checks natin? Check number 505 of 650. Check number 678 of 45. And another check number 789 amounting to 25. So, all in all, yan na po yung mga outstanding checks natin. So, magkano ang outstanding checks natin? We have 720 outstanding checks. Yan po ay minus sa bank balance natin. Alright? So, we have an addition of 1,000 as the as the deposit in transit in minus of an outstanding check of 720, ang net adjustment natin sa bank balance na yan ay 280. Since it's positive, that means it's an increase 280. So ang answer natin ay letter D. Alright? Alright, question number 6. So the requirement is what total amount of cash and cash equivalent on December 31st, year 1. So ang tanong dito ay both cash and cash equivalent, okay? Christina Company had the following balances on December 31st, year 1. Cash on hand of 600,000, kasama yan sa ating cash and cash equivalent. Alright? Another item is cash in money market account. That's a cash equivalent. So, kasama yan sa ating amount. Alright? Another item is cash in bank with compensating balance of 420,000 restricted as to withdrawal. So, meron tayong cash in bank amounting to 1,700,000. Out of this, meron tayong compensating balance of 420,000. Ano ba itong compensating balance na ito? So, kapag umutang ang company sa bangko, usually yung bangko nagre-require sila ng compensating balance. A compensating balance is the minimum amount na kailangang i-maintain ng company sa account niya. Ang tawag dyan ay compensating balance. Itong compensating balance pwedeng maging restricted as to withdrawal or unrestricted as to withdrawal. So kapag ang compensating balance na ito ay unrestricted, we classify this as cash, okay? Kapag ang compensating balance ay restricted as to the withdrawal, then we cannot classify this as cash. Alright? So, paano natin ika-classify itong restricted compensating balance? Ika-classify po natin siya if this compensating balance arises from the short-term borrowing, then we classify this as a current asset. Alright? Pero kapag ang compensating balance restricted and it arises from the long-term borrowing, then we classify this restricted compensating balance as non-current asset. So we have our cash in bank minus the 420,000 na compensating balance restricted as to withdrawal. Alright? So we have a cash in bank na 1,280,000. Now, another item is time deposit purchased November 15, year 1, maturing February 10, year 2. So kapag ang problem binigyan ka ng dates, then you have to determine kung pasok siya sa 3-month rule ng cash equivalent. Okay? So, kapag pasok siya sa 3-month rule, we consider that as a cash equivalent. So, itong time deposit na pinurchase nila ng November 15 at magmamature siya ng February 10, pasok yan sa 3-month rule. So, kasama yan sa ating total cash and cash equivalent. Alright? So, ang total cash and cash equivalent natin ay 4 million. The answer is letter D.